Hello again all, this is Eatmopie, and I am bringing you the news on the latest fad via Blizzard. Yes, they brought us something new, something awesome. Actually, they brought it back. It's called sharking! And I found this little tidbit way south in the Dread Wastes in Pandaria. It is the Mist Hopper shipwreck, and they built this little makeshift town with the pieces of the broken ship. And yeah, it's just funny. All these guys, all these NPCs have funny little text. They all have 2 or 3 different ones, and I thought I'd show you all. On to some PvP. Kinda. Hunters! Oh, hunters. You silly BM hunters. That's bullshit. Anyway. Even baby Brady thought that was a little bit OP. But, yeah, this is what BM hunters can do with their one-shot macro. Anyway, the beta is dead. It is totally dead. There is nobody around. I've been in a BGQ for 3.5 days. Not really, I've left it and come back in. But, you know, 78 minutes, I was in one. 92 minutes the other night, I was in one. And it's not, it's at random times throughout the day, so you'd think at one point I would actually find a battleground. But it's not happening. So, I've dueled a little bit. I thought maybe I'd get some content out. The beta is nearly over. We've got maybe a week left, give or take. And I wanted to show you guys a little bit of PvP, so this is what you get. Okay, first up we have an Enhancement Shaman, and they are looking awfully beasty. We're going to see the Beast cleave a lot in 2v2, I guarantee it, because BM Hunters and Enhancement Shamans are just badass right now. I even saw this guy beat a mage, and that is not an easy thing to do right now at all. So your goal fighting an Enhancement Shaman as a monk is to just survive their burst. Try and save your Touch of Karma for his trinket, for his wolves. And yeah, I mean, it really is just survive. You'll burn him down eventually, but it's not easy to survive. He has a lot of burst. Okay, next up we have a Frost Death Knight, and they are pretty badass. If you've met any in 5.0, you probably realize they have some crazy burst, and that's the same at level 90. They have good healing. They're just good all around. Now this DK is a challenger. I don't know exactly what that means, but he seemed like he's pretty good. I saw him beat a few people, and the same with that Enhancement Shaman. I sat around and we just chatted up in front of Stormwind on the beta and watched people duel and duel each other and have a good time. And you know, most of these players that I'm dueling are fairly decent at their class. In fact, this Death Knight whooped my ass in the next duel. He respect blood. And yeah, he showed me who was boss as Blood DK. They're still badass, 1v1 versus melee anyway. So your strategy doesn't change from class to class really. It's know what their abilities are and use your abilities in a timely fashion. You need to stay alive. If you outlive your opponent, then you're gonna win. Now another really important thing with the monk is don't let up. You have to be relentless, or you will end up losing. If you play defensive, you play back, other than for that rare moment when you're about to die if you need to get away, and even then it's not always a good idea. You'll see I duel a mage here shortly, and I lose by 1,000 health because I ran away rather than running up and just getting that last hit in. Okay, Monty Burns. He is a fire mage, and they are badass right now. If you fought any, you know they're badass. I do almost finish him, and I just couldn't. I couldn't finish him. Now, I can beat a mage. I have beat many mages. But this one's particularly good. He doesn't make very many mistakes in this fight, and that's what it takes for a monk to beat the mage. They have to make mistakes, and you have to play well. They just have an advantage over a lot of the melee classes right now, especially fire, with all the stuns and roots and things. It's kind of crazy. As you can see, I couldn't finish him when I needed to, and I ate crap. It happens. Okay, level 85 PvP. I made a pre-made monk. He doesn't even have a trinket in this video. And yeah, you can see how the monk looks at 85. Everybody has the same preset gear, unless somebody copied their character over. So it's all, I'm wearing all PvE gear right now. And I believe the Warlock does have PvP gear, but it's the same item level. Most Warlock fights aren't going to be this smooth, but yeah, this guy just ate crap. Holy Paladin! Holy Pally! He wants to duel. Now, I watched this Pally beat the crap out of Monk just before he dueled me, and it was embarrassing for me, so I had to avenge the class as a whole. And if you've dueled a Holy Paladin in 5.0, you'll realize, well, you know how badass they are, how kinda OP they are. So this fight takes a long time, but there was no way in hell I was letting him beat me. So here you go. The ultimate healer killer combo. Get all of your buffs up. Catch them in a stun with your Fist of Fury. Hopefully you'll get them down far enough that you can jump in front, get your Spear Hand Strike. It's a 4-second silence if you catch them from in front, and finish them off with that little bit of burst that you have left. It's a beautiful thing. I love killing Holy Paladins, and this felt really, really good. Yeah, Holy Pally. Eat shit. Okay, a little 90 monk versus monk action. Here we go. Okay, monk versus monk strategy. There isn't really one. You can see I start a lot of these duels off with paralysis, and I think it's hilarious. Not enough people do this. When you're dueling somebody, that person has a plan in their head. They know what they're going to do first. They're spamming that button, and you get that paralysis off, it just fucks their whole world up. They're like, oh, goody, this is awesome. It's similar to a rogue sapping, except for not everybody expects it from a monk. Anyway, you can see this monk gets a little bit ahead of me. Not a big deal. Keep yourself alive. You have very good self-healing. Use your cooldowns in conjunction, counter his. I wasn't worried. Don't get frustrated. Don't get worried. And just play good. Be relentless. Stick on him. And you can see I come out on top in this fight. Okay, back down to level 85 pre-made. I did buy myself a level 70 trinket. It's the only one I could get, but it's better than not having a trinket at all. Okay, monk versus monk. Now this monk just beat the shit out of that other monk that I was healing, and that is a whole lot of monks. But anyway, I thought I'd show him a thing or two, because I didn't think he was playing very well, but he did destroy that other monk, so it put him on a different level than him at least. And yeah, he pretty much just gets pooped on. Now you'll see he just holds his S key in here. Here's my stance on using your S key. I do it all the time. I tank a lot. Most of the time I spend in WoW is tanking. And I back up a little bit here and there to make sure my target is in front of me. I do it. It's a habit. I cannot fix it. But when you just hold your key in and you just back up, if you're a mage or a hunter and you just hold that S key in and you're spamming your instant abilities, you suck. I don't like you very much. And yeah, that's the reason this guy loses. He does get a couple licks in though. Oh yes, the Ruby Jewel Crafter Panther. This mount is BOE. It's created through jewel crafting, and it is badass. There's several colors, but this one is one of my favorites. Okay, a little extra footage. This is my Mistweaver, and yeah, Mistweaver is a lot of fun to play. That's the bottom line. They are a lot of fun. Hands down, the most fun I've had on a healing class in the history of healing classes. I am a really bad healer, but you know, I'm getting better. I've been playing a lot, and it's now my official off-spec from the Windwalker, currently anyway. I'm not raiding or anything like that. There's just beta is dead, as I said, so yeah. Okay, this Warlock decided to duel me, and sure, Mistweaver duel, that's fine. They are pretty awesome, but I don't know if you know this or not, Warlocks have so much control in PvP right now. 1v1, they're absolutely phenomenal. A good Warlock should beat pretty much anything. So a Mistweaver is a fairly good counter to a Warlock because the Warlock damages himself with their own abilities. They have a lot of fears and things, big burst, that cost health instead of mana, and that's why they have so much health. And Mistweavers do have a decent amount of damage, especially compared to the other healers. It's not so bursty, but it's consistent, and my damage heals me, so yeah, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, this fight gets a little lengthy, so here's some music. yes, Mr. Warlock, eat it. I got you, finally. That is just some crazy self-healing you got there, bro. Anyway, that's it. That's it for the PvP. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully this has got you a little more excited about Mists of Pandaria. I know I'm excited. I just can't wait. Thank you for watching. This is Eatmopie. I'll see ya. This video is part of the Way movement. Learn more at tgn.tv.